We are live in the Taphouse. How's it going? Happy Monday. I just wanted to do a quickie, spontaneous, hey, how's it going type thing. Ah, they've changed StreamYard so much, and now I can't find anything. Of course. Always works out that way. Well, what is going on? If you saw the description in this, I want to talk a little bit about a mini meeting of Twisted Shout in Denver of some of us VC folk that showed up and did some record shopping, and it was a good time. Just saying. I'm trying to show comments on the stage. Whoops. Man, dear StreamYard, give me some warning when you're changing stuff. I can't find things. Oy vey. Okay, comments are up there. All right, great. Anyhow, so Sunday morning, a group of BC folks, myself included, met over at Twisted Shout to do some record shopping. It was a good time. So, who all attended? Well, I was invited by Steve Carlson. I think we're familiar with him. Apparently, Chance, a concert buddy, was in town. And hey, Trevor, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Yeah, concert buddy was in town, so I got to finally meet Chance. That was a fun time. Did some record shopping, bought some stuff. Didn't spend too much money, but a little bit more than I wanted to. I'm going to do probably a separate video just expounding on what all went down during that event. But anyway, what I got really excited about, what spontaneously decided, hey, I want to do a live stream. It's because of this album, and this group is called Hotline TNT. OMG. This is what happened. So I got to this Twisted Shout thing a little bit early, and I was rifling through records, and Twisted Shout, of course, being a huge record store, has music playing overhead. They were playing this album, and never heard of it, never heard of this band, had no clue. Actually, I have heard of this band, but that's another story. They're playing this, and I'm going, no, I'm just like bopping along, looking through records and having a great old time. And I'm like, God, this album sounds so great. Who is this? So kind of dropped everything, ran up to the center of the store where they have their, not DJ booth, but you know what I mean. The person that's playing the music, and she goes, this is Hotline TNT. It's their new album called Raspberry Moon. And do you have this? Well, of course they did. They had it on CD, they had it on vinyl. Needless to say, I was going to pick this up one way or another. Actually did not pick it up that day, but ordered it from Amazon because it was considerably cheaper. Got it home, literally, like, what is it? It's 5:34 my time. I got this in my hot little hands about 4. I played it twice already, heard it once at Twisted Shout. This may rapidly be my favorite album of the year. It is so good. It is kind of, I don't know how to describe it, sort of shoegaze meets fairly deadpan vocals. Left a little label on here. It's kind of cool looking. Deadpan vocals, kind of along the lines of like early Fountains of Wayne. But there's kind of a noisy guitar. The guitars are like piled up front or in the back, blowing at you, however you want to put it. I just love this. It's just kind of, deadpan vocals, da 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 da, with this just barrage of stuff behind it. It's so fun to listen to. So great album. Yeah, check that out. Found out they are coming to Denver in September. mid-September. Guess who might be going to go check these guys out? Showed this to Steve Carlson during the meetup, and he goes, "Oh, I have their first album and I have an extra. I'll pass it on to you." So thank you, Steve Carlson. Yeah, it was a good time. I want to show you, if I can figure out how to present. I'm going to try and show you the lovely picture that, there it is. Can I make this big? I don't know. It's good enough. Actually, so we're at Twisted Shout. It's on Colfax in Denver, which is under a massive road construction right now. There is me looking. That's actually one of the nicest pictures of me I've seen in a long time. That's Chance from Concert Buddy. That's Steve Carlson. This is Thies from Sound of Minder. And this is Michael from Poetry on Plastic. He's really into like classical and metal. Interesting combination. Yeah, it was a good time. So I got there early. They showed up later, shopped around, did some lunch, all that good stuff. And yeah, it was fun. So hopefully that is showing up. I'm going to remove this from the studio. Bye, guys. See you soon. Boom. All right, there I am. Hi. So what did I pick up at this crazy little meetup? So yeah, like I said, I heard this. I wanted this. I ordered this from Amazon. It was significantly cheaper. Yeah, we don't need to go into that, but you know how that works. But within 24 hours is in my hot little hands. What else did I pick up? Brian Embryotic Robot will be quite proud of me for two things. Actually, I told him I picked these up already. So the first one is a CD, which I've already ordered the album for. It's a group called Besnard Lakes. And very sort of floaty, Cocteau Twins-ish, big, huge soundscapes. Album called The Besnard Lakes Are the Dark Horse. Turns out my CD is actually a promo copy, and it was filthy cheap for $5. I thought, okay, I'll give this a try, see if I like it. And within hours, I had ordered that from Amazon too on vinyl. It's on the way. Go figure. We got some chats going on. What do we got here? We have, hey Richard, looks like a fun meetup. Emma, it was fun. It was a good time. So it was good. I've the second time I've met up with Steve, Thies, and Michael, and obviously first chance I've ever had the opportunity to meet with Chance from Concert Buddy. Nice guy, laid back. You know how they always say they meet people on the VC and they're exactly like they are when you see them on these streams and videos. It's true. Chance is very laid back, very cool. Yeah, you know what, Trevor, you're right. VC meetups are always great. If anyone gets a final date for that MGK meetup next year, sign me up. I really want to go. All right, what else did I pick up? So Besnard Lakes Dark Horse album, which is absolutely beautiful. But then on vinyl, they had this double album of Besnard Lakes on sale, probably $12. I'm like, I'm not passing that up. Why not? So Besnard Lakes Are the Last Great Thunderstorm Warning. They have really interesting album titles. Besnard Lakes are from Canada, which is, I've heard of them, but I didn't know much about them. So I thought I'd take a chance, for what, $5 for the CD and $12 for the album? Sure, I'll give it a go. Love these both. This had some epic, huge, soundscapey things going on as well. Oh, it's a gatefold. Got to show the gatefold. That's the rule, right? Interesting gatefold. Not sure what's going on there. All of their albums sort of have that sort of, I don't want to say new age, but it's sort of like that. But they're huge sounding. It's almost like you put Mogwai in the back of ethereal vocals, and yeah, it's like that. It's really good stuff. So Bernard Lakes was the other one I picked up. I don't want to get these mixed up or I will go crazy. This was the find of the day. And this is what I think happened. It really looked to me like people were, or somebody came in with a boatload of British bands, EPs, and 12 inches, because there were tons of them in sort of like the miscellaneous A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And that's where I tend to look. I'll look past all the little name tabs and I go right to here's the used section of A, B, C. Anyway, got to the letter I, and a John Peel Sessions of Spiral Carpets is in there. And I'm just like, ooh, yes, I'm buying this. $9.99? Hell yes. I'm a sucker for Peel Sessions. I have some Newman ones on CD back over there, but not a whole lot on vinyl. So this has Out of Time, Directing Traffic, Keep the Circle Round, Give Me Shelter. Yeah, that Give Me Shelter. And Spiral Carpets were kind of part of the whole Manchester sound of the late 80s, early 90s. The kind of like shimmering guitar power pop stuff. Great band. I have a best of by them and a couple of standalone CDs. But this being a Peel Sessions, I'm like, no, you are coming home with me. Apparently, it's been sitting there since April, which means I haven't seen it in the last 2 times I've been to Twist and Shout. Shame on me. Another sort of VC recommendation. Hang on a minute. But this person, it would be nice to meet Steve. Yeah, you know what, Rob? Steve is one of the nicest people you will ever meet. Laid back, very cool. Love it. Rob, you saw this, right? The Spiral Carpets Peel Sessions. I'm assuming like Mike Vinyl Spiral probably has this. Who knows? Rob probably does too. But another one is a group called The Bible. And yes, Eureka is this is a fantastic album. Yeah, we're getting ahead of myself here. Rob says Eureka is one of his favorite albums. It's very low key. It's kind of ocean bluish, Blue Nile, laid back pop, but the songwriting on here is absolutely stellar. Rob, their first album was also in the section. I thought I would try this on for sides because this had better ratings, but their debut album was also in there. I may run back and pick that one up too. So good album from The Bible. Found out about this from Ross Goodall out of Edinburgh, I think where he lives. Had like a compilation of the Bible and he rather liked it. I was like, oh, file that. You know how you file names of bands away in your brain? Yeah, let me get caught up on chat here because you're getting out of hand. Music in the House is Richard Brown Taphouse. I dig your Replacements album cover on the wall. That one? Hang on, where is it? Ooh. That one. Okay. Let It Be. Yes, great album. Replacement being a Minneapolis band, and I'm from that part of the world. I'm all over it. The first album, yeah. You know what? I think it was my first album that I got introduced to with the Replacements was that. Not a completist with them, but I have Tim, Pleased to Meet Me, a couple of other RSD albums by them that I absolutely love. Replacements are a favorite. What else we got? Skywriting. Is that another Bible album? The first one I saw was a black cover and had a long title. Can't remember the name of it. The Bible, great UK band, Darden Smith. Yes. Bob Boo Heriting album is a great one if you like that. His songwriting is just right up my street. Deep, and it's almost like it's him playing with whoever he's playing with. Highly underrated songwriter. Yeah, super impressed. 3 of including the best of. Awesome. Good to know. I had a meetup with Ross about 4 years ago. Ross is a really interesting guy, and I kind of follow him on Instagram and other things. Dude gets around. His record collection is like stellar, and he's another one of the walking encyclopedia types that can tell you details about a band or a song or lyrics or whatever that just will blow your mind. It's pretty interesting. All right. Hide this for a minute. So the Bible. So far we've covered, what have we covered? We've covered my current new favorite band, Hotwire. Hotwire? That's not Hotwire. I'm so bad. Hotline TNT, Raspberry Moon, shimmery, shoegazy, deadpan lyrics, Fountains of Wayne meets Husker Du. Maybe not. But it's pretty close. The guitar work, it's almost like there's two different things going on. There's people singing and there's a band playing, and it just works together. We've seen Besnard Lakes, 2 albums by them. This one, In the Last Great Thunderstorm Warning, and Dark Horse. Dark Horse is coming on vinyl by August something. It's Spiral Carpets, John Peel. The Bible, Eureka. Beautiful album. I want more of that. Okay, I showed this to Steve, and his jaw kind of went, "You found that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And it's a group called The Doctor's Children, King Buffalo. I've heard about this either word of mouth, YouTube, somewhere, that this was stellar. I do remember streaming it months ago and kind of forgot about it. I had it written down somewhere. It's like, hey, I need to check this out. Leafing through the D section, this pops up, and I went, I think I know this album. Yeah, $6.99, I think this was. I've seen this on eBay going for absolutely stupid money. What have I learned about King Buffalo and our Doctor's Children? Let's put it this way. I haven't remembered much of what I've learned about this. All I know is that it is a really solid album. Nifty little things on here. I saved the hype. Yeah, The Doctor's Children, King Buffalo. Listen to this hype. All right. $6.99, folks. The Doctor's Children are going to be the greatest band in England. Nothing but death by drowning is going to stop them. This Sounds magazine. Down there is proud to bring you the U.S. debut, it's the U.S. release, of The Doctor's Children, who take American rock by turning it with a looping backspin on King Buffalo. It has kind of an Americana sound, and then I can't even describe it. It's really interesting album. Had a little inserty thing with other releases, which included the Dream Syndicate, an early EP. This is like 1987, I think. Didn't I just do a 1987 video? Things I bought in 1987, and then after. This would be another one that I can add to the 1987 collection. Just saying. Who else is on here? Russ Tolman, don't know him. Green on Red, I've heard of. I don't know any. Dr. Children, Naked Prey, don't know. But yeah. Good album. Give it a stream. It's definitely different. I want to say they were like a one album thing, and then they just kind of ran out. What else is going on here? That's all I really wanted to show, but hey, water break. It's been a busy day. Temperature got up here 96 degrees as we speak. Yes, mostly cloudy. Thank God. If it were sunny, I'd probably be broiling in my house. Air conditioning notwithstanding. But anyway, This might be a super short one. I don't care, but I just wanted to pop up and expound on how utterly amazing I am finding this album right now. So it's Hotline TNT's second album, I think, called Raspberry Moon. Very interesting, very me, sort of shoegaze meets, yeah, it'd be like a Fountains of Wayne were a shoegaze band. It would be right up there, or even Galaxy 500 as far as like the deadpan lyrics. And then yeah, power pop shoegaze, shoe pop, power gaze, I don't know. Whatever. Hey, no comments. Supposed to like have like a massive engagement going on here. Again, this might be rather short. So anyway, yeah, Besnard Lakes, another one. They're very Cocteau Twins-ish, but they're like a Canadian icon band because they're like, to get funding for their recordings through the Canadian government. Go figure. They're that good. They're soundscape albums for days. I am interested. Will I become a completist? Time will tell. But yeah, this one's coming on vinyl. I had to order it almost immediately because this is where to start. It's called The Besnard Lakes and the Dark Horse. Came out in 97? Really? Oh, 07. I need new glasses. 2007. They're obviously their promo copy. How rude of them to sell it, but I'm glad they did because I bought it. Not a hugely well-known band, but you know how the VC is. We like weird stuff, and we're proud of it. Anything else going on, world, before I sign off? I need another hit of water because I am parched. I'm probably going to do a video kind of detailing all of the stuff we just talked about. Again, yeah, we had a mini VC meetup at Twisted Shout, downtown Denver. It was wonderful and great. There was Chance, Concert Buddy. Oh my God. Yeah, it was fun. And Steve Carlson, he's from Soundofminder. He doesn't do a lot of videos, but he does interesting ones. He has a very eclectic record collection. And then Michael from Poetry on Classic. Again, talk about a polar dude. He's into like hardcore classical stuff and metal. And there's probably a bridge in between the two, too. He just did that summer vinyl tag. I might have to check. I haven't checked that video out. Maybe I should. Who knew? All right. If no one's got anything else much to say, I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet. But I want to share what went down. It's always good to have a VC meetup. I would be more than welcome, happy to do another one. Steve is probably going to hit me up, and we'll probably go somewhere else. And who knows what's going on. But anyway, happy Monday. Have a great week. Let's get through the week and rock out. All right. Peace out. Take care, y'all. Bye.